What's up, guys? It's Noah, and I'm just doing another check-in with you regarding how I'm doing testosterone replacement therapy. And life, I guess. So, I have easier days, I have harder days, I have indifferent days. And I've been on testosterone since late April, and coming up on 6.5, 7 months, something like that. And sometimes I ask myself, like, how vulnerable should I make myself to you guys? It's easier for me to make a video and project strength when I'm more stable, and I want you to see me that way. I feel a sense of pressure to get better and escape this depression, escape this depersonalization, vanquish the anxiety, retain my energy and my outlook, my vitality, and my physical prowess, my sexual drive, all the things that were taken from me when I had my mental breakdown. And I want to see myself just climb out of the darkness and be out. And for that just to be it. And then maybe inspire someone if I could, and help someone if I can, and give someone hope, and certainly not disappoint anyone, even though it's not my fault. However, I'm doing it well, you can only do the best that you can do, and you can't have your hand in on the results of everything. And it's hard. It's a hard concept to accept for people that have been through major depression and feeling suicidal, and that's a friggin' endless fog of depersonalization. So this channel, it should capture some of my personality, and it should capture some of my projection of what I at times want to get across. The original reason I started this was just to be a case study, or at least that was a big part of it. Just let it be whatever it's going to be, and God willing, it was going to be a good situation in terms of finding the treatment of testosterone relative to having such low testosterone levels and being in treatment-resistant depression with depersonalization and anxiety. And I've had stretches where I don't make a video for a few days, maybe a week, when rightfully I should make a video where I just tell you guys that I'm scared and I'm struggling and I don't understand why, and I'm feeling hopeless, and I'm even just battling off those dark, ominous feelings, and I don't think it makes sense, nothing's been straightforward, or very little has been straightforward about my mental breakdown and then trying to come out of it, and then really come out of it, I try not to have delusions of grandeur for what it would mean to go into remission, to be like a normal person. I mean, everyone has struggles, everyone has bad days, but once you've cracked as badly as I did for so long, trying to come out of it, it's very hard to decipher what's what, because before you questioned your place on this earth, before, when life was easier in the sense that you were more ignorant and you were more sheltered and you hadn't experienced the type of pain that I ended up having to experience and still do in certain ways, you just went about your life. You complained about normal shit. I complained about normal things. Had highs and lows, or so I thought, but I was alright. I was fine. Never suicidal. Never felt afraid for my life. So then when you're trying to come out of it and you've been in it for so long, you kind of you start to wonder what's what. And I start to wonder what's what. And So I have hard days like I did today, which inspired me to make a video and say, hey, I'm 7 months into testosterone replacement therapy. I've been battling this major depressive episode since May of 2011. I mean, how many months is that? You know, I mean, we're coming up on 17 months of fighting this, and I've had a lot of improvements, but it doesn't feel over, and it scares me, and I don't want to show you that it doesn't feel over, because I just want it to be over, and I want the good things that have happened to just continue to rise and override the symptoms I still battle. I basically just wanted to let you know that even as far into treatment as I am in, with the medications and every therapy that I've tried, and even with the improvements I've made, I still have days where I question everything, and where I just spend the whole day trying not to give in to this feeling of utter despair and hopelessness. Not to the absolute mind-boggling, sheer painful level it once was, but to that mild, moderate level of despair that still just takes a lot of focus not to identify and think about. So I had a bad day today, and it was hard. And when I thought about it being easier to just not have to do this fight anymore, I'm certainly not telling you guys that I'm ready to give up or something, but I just feel like it's important. It's important to show the improvements, but I suppose depending on who's watching and who needs to hear it, it's important to let you know that, hey, I'm a long way into this battle, at least in my opinion. I mean, year and a half of fighting it hard, and I still have hard days, and God willing, that doesn't mean that I'll always have days that can be so identifiably, depressive and symptomatic like today, but that happens. And so maybe if you're someone who has been in this fight way too long and feeling like, am I the only one that's struggling this bad at some times, or why do I keep progressing? I guess it just happens. This whole going up and then a little bit down and then up and then way down and maybe up and down. Just 2 steps forward, 1.5 steps back, or sometimes it just feels like 2 and 2, 2 and 2. It just happens, I guess. So tomorrow I'm going to do a video just about testosterone, specifically how it's affected more basic normal things such as like my body, acne, energy levels, muscle mass, stuff like that. I'll do that tomorrow. Just want to check in with you guys and say I had a hard day today. It's just like right after doing a video where I felt like I needed to be assertive for other people and try to lend some hope and strength. It's a very deceptive condition, all of this stuff, and we'll just continue to do our best. That's all we can ask, right? So take care, and we'll talk soon. And of course, I always like to reach out to those if you might be struggling. Hang on, and don't give up. 'Cause it doesn't feel like that's really an option, even though it sounds good sometimes. Alright, guys. Later.